Hi everyone, welcome to First Chapter Fridays, episode 5. This week's pick is Whitebird by R.J. Palacio. You'll like this book if you like her other book, Wonder, which is pretty popular in our library. You'll also like this book if you like graphic novels and historical fiction, particularly stories about the Holocaust. It has great reviews. It's a 4.54 on Goodreads. So Julian, who's the bully in Wonder, he's Augie's bully, he FaceTimes his grandmother to learn more about her experience during World War II. Her name is Sarah, and so Sarah used to live in France, and she's Jewish, and she lived a pretty comfortable life until 1943, when German soldiers come to her school to arrest her and other Jewish students. But Julian, her classmate, and his parents, they risk hiding her to keep her safe. So this story is really emotional, and it's actually inspired by the author's mother-in-law. This book is available in our library, but it's also available on our ebook app, Sora. So I'm going to project the book today on the screen while I read it on my phone. So you can read, just so you know, ebooks on your phone, a Kindle, a computer, a Chromebook, a tablet, an iPad. So it's worth checking out. Just a reminder, to access Sora, you're going to start on the DV homepage. You'll click Academics, then DV Library. Once you're here on the right side where it says Library Resources, you'll see our catalog, so you can log into Destiny here. But Sora is right below, so go ahead and click Sora by Overdrive. If you're not automatically logged in, go ahead and click Login with Google, or if you need to put in our school is San Ramon Valley Unified School District, not Diablo Vista. Same thing with the app. When I got the app today, I actually had to put San Ramon, our district, not our school. All right, so once you're here, you can browse, but I've already checked out Whitebird, so I'm going to go to the bottom here where it says Shelf. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Julian, no more video games. Do your homework. This is homework. I'm FaceTiming Grandmere for my humanities project. Bring. Alla? Hey, Grandmere. Alla? Grandmere, you have to look at the phone and put your glasses on. Oh, there you are. I see you now. Alla, mon cher, how are you? How is the new school? It's okay. I like it. I mean, I miss Beecher Prep and all. But I still feel really bad about, well, some of the stuff I did. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time, or have a do-over, Oh yes, mon cher, we all have those kinds of regrets. Just remember, we are not defined by our mistakes, but what we do after we've learned from them, okay? Okay, Grandmere, thanks. I'm actually calling you today because of school. I have a project for my humanities class. I'm supposed to write an essay about someone I know, and I want my essay to be about you, Grandmere. Me? I'm so flattered. You when you were a little girl during the war. I see. I want to write about you and Totor, Grandmere. But this time I'm going to record you, and maybe you can give me more details. Oh, Julian, it's so hard for me to talk about these things. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. It's okay, we don't have to. No, I should talk about it, mon cher, even if it's hard. In fact, because it's hard. Because your generation needs to know these things. All right, I will tell you the story, Julian. The whole story. Even the parts I have never told anyone before. Are you sure, Grandmere? Yes, mon cher, I'm sure. Because, Julian, those were dark times, yes, but what has stayed with me the most is not the darkness, but the light. That is what I have held on to all these years, and that is the story I want to share with you now. Part 1. Chapter 1. Once upon a time is how most fairy tales begin. That is how I will start my story too, because my life truly began as a fairy tale. 1930s France. Once upon a time, I was a little girl named Sarah Bloom, who lived in a small village in France. I had two beautiful parents who showered me with love and affection. My papa, Max, was a renowned surgeon. People came from all over to consult with him. My mama, Rose, was a math teacher. She was one of the first women in our village to graduate with an advanced degree in mathematics. We lived very comfortably in a large flat with lovely furniture in a good neighborhood. I had pretty clothes and many toys. I admit, I was a little bit spoiled. My village, Adderbury des Bois, was in the Margeride Mountains. It was surrounded by a very ancient forest called the Mernu. In the winter, the Mernu was a dark and scary place. There were many legends going back centuries about giant wolves that roamed the woods. They came and went with the fog. In the spring, however, the leaves filled the trees again and the birds returned to the nest. The forest came alive. Then, in early May, the most wondrous thing would happen. The bluebells would come into bloom. The entire forest would turn bright blue and violet. It not only looked magical, it was magical, since bluebells were not usually found as far south as we were. And yet, here they bloomed. Truly, it was like a fairy tale in every way. On the weekends when the bluebells bloomed, my parents and I would have a picnic on the edge of the woods. It was so beautiful and fragrant. I felt like a princess among the fairy flowers. Look at our little girl, Max. She's getting so big. She's still our little bird, Rose. Oh, Papa, can you make me fly? Of course. How high will you fly? As high as the sky. And how fast will you go? As fast as a crow. Then close your eyes. Time to rise. Yes, in those days I was as happy and carefree as a bird. But the world was changing.